Okay, now we will discuss about Spring Framework architecture. It has a various layer. Base layer is the test layer. On the top of testing layer is the core container. So today we will more discuss about core container, which contains beans, core, context, Spring expression language. We will discuss more about core container shortly. Above the core container there is AOP, which is aspects oriented programming, which is analogous to object oriented programming, in which we can learn how to implement the cross-cutting concern. Moving on, we have data access integration layer, in which we will deal with JDBC ORM, basically with the backend part. Thereafter, we have web module, in which we will learn how to write web MVC application, like for example servlet, portlet, WebSocket. Okay, now we will start some coding. Before this, I'm assuming that you have already installed Java in your system. Now we will download Eclipse. For Eclipse, go to www.eclipse.org. This link will direct you to this page. Now click on the download button and start downloading the Eclipse. I have already downloaded Eclipse in my system. I am using Windows 64-bit. So if you are using Linux, Ubuntu and Mac operating system, you can download as per your system requirement. Yes, after downloading Eclipse, now go to Help and Eclipse Marketplace. Wait for some time. Now in the Find tab, type Spring and click the Go button. Now there are different versions of Spring tools, so we will select the latest version and click on Install button. Now after installing, click on Confirm button, which is live below, and proceed for the installation. Let the installation finish, then restart the Eclipse. So now we will start coding by using these simple 5 steps. Firstly, we will write bean classes, then we have XML file, then we will go for main class, in which we have main method, and we will write core logic there. Then we will load jar files, which is required to run Spring Code framework. Then finally we will run this application. This is a sequential step to run the to make the code, to run the coding in the for an application. So in order to implement this, let's focus on this example. Suppose we have a class whose name is employee. In class we have some attributes. Like we have int EID, we have a string ename, string address of this employee, and we have string their blood group. Similarly, we have some method of our choice. Now what we can do, we will do the object construction traditionally method in Java by conventionally. For this we have the class name and the reference variable, new object. Now what can I do? We will write eref dot eid, the employee ID, equal to 1000. Similarly, we have dot ename. What we have? We have Dinesh as the employee name. Similarly, we have address. Sorry, it's the address only, and it is Gurgaon, and we have reference blood group. And this is A positive, AB positive. So guys, this is the traditional approach to construct an object in Java. In that, now we will see what Spring can do for us. In Spring we have a core module in which we have IOC, inversion of control, which says that you don't need to create object. Object shall be configured by the developer in XML file. So now we have a Spring container which is responsible to construct, which is responsible to construct the Java objects by passing the XML file. Now you don't need, now you need to mention the data which these attributes will store in XML. So that's why we are call it inversion of control. Why we are calling it inversion of control? As now means now the developers means we are not creating the objects. Spring container is responsible to construct the objects by passing the XML file. So what is the benefit? Actually, the benefit of these is as that we have XML file which is not the part of source code, and we can manipulate the value anytime, and the object will be created accordingly. So how we can create this, we will let's see in our project.